You shot straight, but you shot late. Holla at me. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown. I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Right after Paul set, shout out to the boy Cornbread.
Round Rock police arrested a 17-year-old for his alleged role in a mass shooting at a Juneteenth festival over the weekend. 2 bystanders were killed, 14 others were wounded, and police expect more arrests. Fox 4's Blake Hansen in studio following with the latest. Blake.
As Steve, police emphasized today they still have a lot of work to do, tracking the others involved in the fight between 2 groups that erupted into gunfire at a crowded festival.
I want justice for these families, and I encourage folks that have tips, regardless if there's a payout at the end or not. We need justice for these victims.
Police say Thompson was not the only shooter. They have not shared whether they believe he fired any of the fatal shots, saying the investigation is ongoing and the search is still on for the other shooters.
We have a lot of work to do. We know Ricky Thompson was not the only shooter.
Say, man, hey, man, this OG Jucario. I'm back at you with another one. And I had to come give y'all an update on the mass shooting that occurred at a Power Wall concert out in Round Rock, Texas, at a Juneteenth festival concert. And it was 2 women that ended up having their lives taken from them, and they had nothing to do with the whole situation, with a fight that broke out between 2 gangs. And unfortunately, these ladies lost their lives, and a 17-year-old teenage boy has been arrested behind this whole ordeal. It was said that he pulled out the gun and started shooting during the fight. Now, the authorities are looking for other suspects. They believe that this guy, the 17-year-old, is not the only one that was involved in this shooting. And as of now, there are other suspects out there, and they're encouraging people to come forward about what they know, what they seen, if they have any video footage. And hopefully they can wrap this whole case up, because they're saying that this 17-year-old boy is not the only one from what they gathered so far. Police arrested 17-year-old Ricky Thompson III. And guess what? I'm pretty sure Ricky Thompson III, this minor, is going to tell on the other suspects eventually, because once the feds get in his ear and start telling him all the years he's going to have to do in the penitentiary behind killing these 2 women, guess what? He's going to fold, and he's probably already told on the other suspects that's involved. And if I was the other suspects who are on the run and involved in this whole ordeal that left these 2 women deceased, I would be pissing in my boots. I would be boo-booing in my drawers, wondering if Ricky is going to tell on me, because this guy, he holds no allegiance. Ricky holds no loyalty to the other suspects. At this point, it's Ricky against the world. That's right. And he's 17 years old, and his brain is undeveloped. He probably wasn't thinking. He thought he was cool. He thought he was a gangster when he pulled out that Glock or whatever kind of gun he had, and stupidly took these women's lives, you guys. And obviously, he wasn't shooting at the guys that, he was in the altercation with, because how did these 2 women who wasn't involved at all, these 2 ladies, get struck with gunfire, and Ricky didn't even hit the other guys he was fighting with gunfire? See, this is always occurring. The people who are into it and pull guns on each other never really shoot each other. It's always innocent bystanders that get hit with gunfire. And just think if it was a child, right? But children were struck by gunfire, but none of them, lost their lives, fortunately. But unfortunately, 2 women. It was a mother that was killed, and her husband and her 2 kids gave an interview, and it was very sad, man, to have to hear this man, talk about his deceased wife, who was just there trying to have a good time, right, at this concert, and she ended up losing her life behind ignorance. And the police are saying there's other suspects out there. So who could these suspects be? Maybe Ricky is going to lead the authorities to these guys, and hopefully they can wrap this case up. So this is the update to the mass shooting that occurred out there at Round Rock Festival, the Juneteenth celebration, which Paul Wall had a concert there, and other artists was there as well as Lloyd and others, right? So y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. And until next time, this is OG Jucario TV. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spending with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than booty hell. And guess what? I'm gone.